None may hide forever on an island where there is no way out. Welcome to Widow's Bay.
Bum, bum, bum.
Bum, bum, bum. All right, gang, we're back for episode 6. This is called Our History. This episode was directed by Ty West, who, if you're familiar with the X trilogy, he did Pearl, Maxine, and X. So I think Ty is directing 2 episodes this season. I'm not sure about that yet, but this is one of the only film directors we've had direct this season. So did this feel more cinematic to you, Erin? Or did it just feel like a regular episode? Yeah.
No, it definitely took like a different thematic turn, and I loved it.
Yeah.
I was confused, but pleasantly so.
Yeah, this one was definitely giving Robert Eggers the witch vibes for sure. The witch, yes. Our History was written by Alberto. Let me take that again. Alberto Rodan, who was a writer on Mrs. Davis. So he doesn't have a lot of credits, but he most recently, I think, was a writer on Mrs. Davis, which was a Peacock show. Last episode, we thought maybe we were going to get a Lauren flashback, but we immediately get a Sarah Warren and Richard Warren episode as a flashback. So you got us.
Yeah. I thought it was cool, though, because it's like, I was expecting a flashback. I wasn't expecting a all the way flashback.
This flashback. Yeah. I didn't know we were going back to the 1700s flashback.
Yeah,
but
right.
this is where we're at. So the Apple TV summary of this episode is really funny. It's so they're so unserious. It says, "The history of Widow's Bay is a beautiful tale of marriage, loyalty, and a love that endures beyond lifetimes." That's all.
True love.
So unserious for that. So we flash back to September 1702. We open on Sarah, who is Betty Gilpin. I don't know what you know Betty from, but I was a Nurse Jackie day oneer.
Okay.
So I know her as one of the doctors on Nurse Jackie way back in the day. She's much more well known for Glow.
Yeah,
the
that's
Netflix
why I know
series.
her.
I've never seen it, so that is not my ministry. I know her from Nurse Jackie.
Can't speak to that. Don't know.
I don't know anything about that Glow show yet. But I will watch
she's
it.
also on Masters of Sex.
I don't know what that is.
Oh my gosh, it's freaking Janice Ian from Mean Girls. Why can't I think of her name? And Michael Shannon. And they basically are doing like a Kinsey study back in the day. It's a really good period piece. I highly recommend.
What service is that on? What platform?
I think it was a Showtime show.
Oh, no, I've never even heard of that.
Oh, okay.
What is her name? God, I love her. Lizzie Kaplan.
So sorry, Lizzie.
Oh my God, I love her so much. She's one of
Same.
my biggest crushes. Yeah.
And she's very sexy on the show. So.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Say less. I'm in.
Yeah.
Didn't know that. Anyway, so Sarah arrives for Widow's Bay to marry Richard Warren, who is played by Hamish Linklater, who I know from Gen V and from Legion. Okay. But you mentioned Midnight Mass.
Yeah.
Did you know that he was going to be in the show?
I did. Oh, no, I did, but I those things are unrelated, but they're not, because obviously the showrunners saw the same thing and are doing the same thing that I thought.
Yeah.
By having him on here. Yeah.
Yeah. You were right. You were spot on with that. You're like, oh yeah, Midnight Mass. It's giving me. I think that was episode 1. You clocked the Midnight Mass vibes of it all, and then here we go.
Yeah, they're
one of the stars of the show.
Yeah, they're for sure paying homage to that through his presence. He's a great actor, though.
Gotcha. Yeah, he was really good on Gen V. He was so fucking scary on that show. And from back in the day, Legion as well on FX. So that's kind of a background on where I know those 2 actors from and where Erin knows those 2 actors from. By the way, I forgot to introduce you again. I'm so sorry. Welcome Erin White to the show. Why do I do this every time? I'm just like, I dropped the audience in media res, and I'm just like, so anyway,
back to what we were saying.
Back to what we were just saying.
Me and this unfamiliar person.
Y'all weren't there for that. I'm sorry.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
Erin is with me once more.
Hello.
Yes, for this whole journey, she will be coming to Widow's Bay every episode with us. Ooh. So we open on Sarah. She's on a ship writing in her diary. And when she arrives to the coast, there's this boy, Levi, there who kind of gives her a brief rundown of what she's in for. He says, Widow's Bay used to be nothing. Wow, the New York. Nothing but barren dirt. Let me... Actually, I might just leave it in. Fuck it. That's my accent. What are you going to do?
Call the police.
Levi said nothing but barren dirt. Nothing but barren dirt was there before. But that Richard kind of seems to have the island not just as a leader under control, but maybe something a little more nefarious, because Sarah makes that joke, oh, what, can he control the weather? And Levi kind of was like, well, no, I mean, of course, like, what do you mean? Of course not. And I was
like, why would you say that?
Why would you say it like that? That was weird. Just off the bat, I was like, I don't like this guy. Something's wrong with him. Like the way that people speak about him before Sarah and in turn us as the audience meet him. I'm like, I don't like this guy. Before we get any further into this, do you like flashback episodes, Erin? Again, I know drug trip episodes are divisive and flashback episodes are super divisive to the point where the creators of Game of Thrones were like, we're not doing any. Like, fuck a flashback. Like, a lot of creators are just like, we're not doing flashbacks. We're not doing...
Yeah.
What do you think?
So, flashbacks on Game of Thrones... The very few ones that they did Maggie, the Maj. There's like 3, and that's enough. They should not have done more. Mm-hmm. Mad Men, again, we'll go back to this. All of the Dick Whitman, flashbacks, they always filled me with dread, but they were always so excellent and so important.
The whorehouse flashbacks,
every time,
God.
Just like dread, like
depression.
Because you know some shit's gonna go down to Dick, so...
Bro, poor Dick. That poor kid.
Yeah. But for a character that was so mentally in the past, it just made a lot of sense. So I liked them, and I liked this one too.
Great. Me too. What do you think? I love flashback episodes. So I've been seeing some reaction on Reddit and on other podcasts that they didn't like this episode. I'm in the Widow's Bay Facebook group, so shout out to everybody in the Widow's Bay fan club Facebook group. I love flashback episodes. I think if they're done right, if they're written well and directed well, and they're super revealing without being, I guess, obvious, why wouldn't you want to know more about the characters or more about the location of the place where the show is set? I'm pro flashback if done right. Yeah. What I don't like is when shows too heavily... You know who started putting the gas on the flashbacks too much? Orange is the New Black.
Oh, that's interesting.
Those got fucking annoying after a while.
Oh, that's such a good point.
Right? I was like, all right, enough.
Because nothing was moving forward.
We know.
And it's like, they're already in jail. So, like, you're not moving the story forward enough.
Only backwards, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's a great point.
That's like, you've got the Mad Men versus the Orange is the New Black kind of flashbacks. And then right in the middle, where I think they were almost always perfect, except for a couple, Lost. Lost has some of my favorite flashback moments in television. So
I have Lost attitude, so...
Oh, should we cover Lost? No, we can't. It's like 200 episodes, but
but I'm just not a fan. I thought it was too much trickery, too much, magic box, like
too much mystery box, too much.
Yeah. And then it was just like, okay, it's over, and it's like, oh, okay, sorry, Lost, sorry, JJ.
Well, yeah. I can see that.
Forgive me.
I suppose. But I like flashback episodes, so
yeah,
for the most part. So I was happy to be here.
Yeah.
And also my favorite part, I know I say it every episode, but a lot of my favorite part of the Widow's Bay experience is the lore of the town and learning everything about this fucking creepy ass island. So to basically get an entire episode of creepy ass shit happening on this island that is affecting what is happening 320 years into the future. Come on, sign me up. I'm in. Let's go.
The pieces are puzzling.
The puzzles are piecing.
Precisely.
So once Sarah is off the ship, and this is like her first couple minutes on Widow's Bay, she meets a woman named Eleanor, and Eleanor is like a helper. I can't tell if she's a maid or not. I can't remember, but Eleanor tells Sarah that Richard is a man of stature, and that a man of stature doth require a goodly wife to order his household. So that's going to be her role in his life. He basically is just looking for someone to take care of his 5 kids. Richard is a widow who has 5 fuck-ass kids that now...
Of varying ages. Like, you know, from young to like teenage, late teen.
Yeah. Like baby. No, the little one is like 5 or something.
Yeah.
Like 5 to about 20, I want to say. Something like that. Crazy. Now Sarah is responsible for these damn kids. And she meets Pastor Collins of Widow's Bay. So Pastor Collins and Eleanor in this scene, like, immediately set the tone about Richard's reputation. I just thought, like I said, the way they were talking about the stuff that we get about Richard before we actually meet him, like, really put me on edge. How were you feeling about this Pastor Collins scene? Like, what did you think was going on?
I still don't know. Even though I watched the whole episode, I still don't understand the vibe that the pastor and like some of the townspeople were giving. Mm-hmm. Like they seemed almost in on the secret in a conspiratorial way, and not an we're gonna stop this guy kind of way. And so I don't know. Did they like use her as bait and like marry her to this man? I don't know.
That's what I was thinking the first time I saw this too. I was like, is this a trap? Like, I was like, are they like setting her, like you said, is she bait? Are they basically sacrificing Sarah to this crazy ass man to like get in his good graces or something? I wasn't sure if the pastor was actually on her side or not, right? Or any of the townspeople, and it made me very nervous for Sarah, like immediately.
Same.
And it's that same kind of bad vibe that is still existing in present day Widow's Bay.
Sure. Yeah. The
where
same
you're like,
bad vibe.
What the fuck is going on with these people?
Yeah.
So the next scene is Sarah and Richard meeting and getting married. Within, the hour, basically. It's her first day here. She's fresh off the boat, and he's like, okay, so we're marrying now. So we have a wedding scene, and right after the wedding, that church bell starts ringing. Did you notice that?
I didn't. Didn't.
The church bell was ringing. Wow. And I was like, what the fuck does that mean?
Yeah.
Because this is the 3rd time we've heard the church bell ring in this show. Uh-huh. And I'm trying to figure out what the pattern is of the moments when it's ringing. So I think the first time the church bell rang was right after that fog scene where Tom was flipping out in front of the journalist.
Okay.
The second time, I cannot remember. It rang a second time before Bryce killed himself. And then now in this flashback episode, this is the 3rd time that it's rang. Mm-hmm. And my theory is, like, what if the church bell is like a signal to someone? Like, is it calling something to the island or summoning something?
To me, it's giving like the, in Game of Thrones lore, that like the red star that shoots across the sky when when a dragon is born. I'm wondering if it's more of like that kind of signal, Like,
Ooh.
yeah.
Okay. So yeah, something supernatural and spooky is going on with this church bell.
Yeah, for sure. And there's a reason why it's tied up, I'm guessing.
Right. In the future, yes.
Yeah.
We don't know yet, but I just wanted to note the church bell was ringing after their wedding. I was like, ugh. Ominous. So we meet Richard's 5 children. We've got Thomas, John, Cromwell, Holyoke, and little Francis. And Sarah gives little Francis her brooch, a piece of jewelry from, it's like something personal to her. And she's like, this is something that's special to me. I want to give this to you. She pins the little brooch on her doll.
It's sweet.
It's so cute. And then the other kids are like,
bitch,
what about us?
Yeah, right. What else is in the bag?
And she's like, Betty Gilpin is so fucking funny this episode. Yeah. She's like, something will come.
So maybe it's on the morrow.
On the morrow.
Yeah.
She's so funny for that, because you really can't be giving one kid something like that.
That was wild. But I'm sure, she didn't know there'd be 6 kids, so fuck.
Yeah, right? That's stepmom faux pas right there. You can't bring one present for 5 kids. That's crazy.
It's wild. Yeah.
Tighten up, Sarah. So immediately after their wedding and introducing her to the children for the first time, Richard dips. He leaves Sarah to go do this like demonic ritual on their wedding night.
Yeah.
This shit was spooky.
He sure does.
So Sarah rolls up on Richard and he's like in the chair. He's in the chair. I think this is the chair from episode 1.
Well, I mean, who's sitting in the chair from episode 1? Is it in the museum?
No, because there's a different chair in the basement, right? In the tunnel.
Right, because that's an electric shock chair.
Sarah finds Richard in the... I called it the stigmata chair.
Might as well.
He's got holes in his hands or in his wrists or something, and he's like, eyes rolled in the back of his head, tapping into some presence. And it's similar sounds to the sounds we left off in the last episode with Tom praying and saying, I'll do anything to keep Evan safe. I thought that I heard the same sounds during, Richard's little chair moment. And to me, that kind of tracks because I think it was Levi, the little helper boy that got Sarah to the house. One of the townspeople she meets before the wedding says that Richard made a pact to survive their first winter there with no food and how they're all starving. So now I'm getting the spooky spooks. Now I'm thinking, like, did he make some sort of human sacrifice? Did he make like a Faustian deal with the devil? What are we dealing with here with this pact to survive Widow's Bay? So creepy. And Sarah rolls up on him and he like cusses her out and is like, get away from me. And she's like, cool, great way to spend my wedding night. Like, yeah, instant bad vibes from this guy. Just literal demon shit. Right. And now she's stuck there. So the next day, the doctor's wife confronts Sarah about watching them as Levi was driving her into town the day before. And I can't remember the name of the doctor or his wife. I think, hold on, maybe I have it later on. Abigail.
It's Abigail. Yeah.
Yes. So Sarah was looking into a house as she was rolling into town the day before, and she sees someone coughing and really sick and like a plague doctor situation happening. And Abigail was there in that scene. So Abigail tells Sarah about this plague that's bubbling around Widow's Bay, like something contagious that's driving people crazy, it seems, is starting to infect people on the island, and no one wants to do anything about it because they all seem to think that like Richard is just going to fix it and save all of them. Like he's got this almost godlike pull over everybody on the island where they're like, well, he'll fix it, he'll save us.
Yeah, he basically just that Abigail says, like, he said it'll be done soon. It'll be fine soon. So that's what we got.
According to what? Like,
yeah,
what do you
right.
mean?
And who cares what he said?
Who's right? He's just a man.
Yeah.
But they all think so. Later that night, we see that Richard and Sarah have their first house guest as a couple, and his name is Ezra Lowry. He's an old man, and he is coming to Richard to describe the infections and the symptoms of the infections, and he mentions that once the infection sets hold in people, they start gouging out people's eyes. Mm-hmm. And we get that nasty ass cut to one of the victims gouging out his wife's eyes.
Right.
While it kind of was giving zombie a little bit to me.
Right.
Richard gets like really defensive during the scene, and Ezra during the scene has an illuminating conversation with Richard where he's saying like, you made like a promise, you made like a deal or a covenant or something to tame the island, but how? Like, I don't know what that means. And the town plague, Ezra also suggests that the fog is what's causing it. So we don't know. We don't know yet, but he kind of intimates that A, you know what's happening, and B, you can stop this from happening. And then Richard like goes crazy on him and beats him to death with his own cane in front of Sarah. So she's hiding at the top of the stairs and sees Richard murder Ezra Lowry. She's hiding upstairs in her bedroom, just laying there until the next morning, and she runs to Pastor Collins for help. And this is where like my suspicions of like, oh, he's not on her side. This is a setup. Like the whole town is conspiring against Sarah. That's when my suspicions were completely relaxed, because Pastor Collins is like, oh no, bitch, we know. Like,
yeah, right. But before that, once after she witnesses the murder, she runs upstairs, gets into bed, and then we see Richard just lurking in the room, like making sure she's asleep, but also like kind of not, because freaky.
Yeah, his outline in the doorway was super scary. But yeah, Pastor Collins is like, "Oh, we know."
Yeah,
we know.
Right.
He's been a problem, and we've been trying to get at him. So
exactly,
are you gonna help us or not? Like this is also where Pastor Collins tells Sarah about what happened to the first Mrs. Warren and insinuates that she was murdered.
Right.
So there's a tense dinner, and Sarah's just trying to play it cool and like act like nothing's going on, but Sarah and Pastor Collins at this point have conspired to get Richard killed. So they try to get together and murder this motherfucker, and they stab him like 20 times, and he doesn't die. Nothing happens. So
kind of like the boogeyman.
Exactly. I was thinking that, like, it's giving boogeyman. He can't die. There's like 5 people who are trying to kill this person. Nothing happens to him. He just wakes up the next morning and is like, the fuck are you doing? And then because he knows that Sarah was in on it, or trying to, or let people in to do what they did, he locks her in the house. So she can't leave. And then she goes into the what's it called? Basement, like tunnel to investigate. And that's where we see that there's an underground tunnel from Richard's house that leads to a well. And it's the well that we saw Reverend Bryce in front of in episode 3. Richard Warren mentions the mushrooms from episode 5, the last episode. So now we're getting like layers and layers of the town's superstitions and town lore, but 320 years prior, which is so cool. So it's all connecting to the modern day storyline. So Sarah escapes via the well, and she warns the pastor and the townspeople that Richard's alive. This scene was so fucking funny. Like Betty Gilpin, like running into the meeting and screaming, and then realizing that they're in the middle of like a meeting and having to stop and like curtsy and like so funny.
Also, they're like, "But the kids, what are you gonna do?" She's like, "I just met those kids. I don't know those kids."
Right. This is where they're like, kids. The pastor and the townspeople are like, "You have to take these kids and escape. And she's like, I've just met them.
I couldn't possibly.
So real. She's like, my kids.
Right.
But I met them yesterday. Like,
so sorry.
Girl, fuck these kids and fuck you too.
And once again, they don't seem worried enough to me.
Right. The townspeople are like, yeah, I mean, we know. Like,
right. It's been a problem.
Working on it.
Yeah. Like, okay, great.
It's definitely giving like supernatural bureaucracy.
Yeah. Right.
They're like, please hold. You are fifth in queue.
If this is a non-emergency, so
it seems like a goddamn emergency to me. Like,
same.
But yeah, so now Sarah has to basically go back home and pretend like nothing's wrong and like she didn't escape through the tunnel and doesn't know anything about that secret escape. Goes back to the house and pretends like she's still locked in there. Oh no. And you know that she can't escape basically. But you can tell she's already like plotting because this is where we hear the diary entry from episode 5, right? Yeah, from episode 5. Then she tries to seduce Richard and give him brandy. I think that has poison in it. I think the plan was she was trying to give him like a sleeping potion or something to poison him.
Right.
He peeps game and knows that something's up and he tries to kill Sarah. So Thomas, his eldest son, saves Sarah and they escape to the dock with Thomas, Sarah, and all of the kids. So it's Sarah and the 5 kids. When they get to the dock, this was the scariest moment of the episode for me. This spooked me. So there's 2 moments. The Sarah crawling through the tunnel made my stomach drop because I was like, oh fuck, I'm almost positive that's the tunnel we see in episode 1 underneath the restaurant. And I'm like, oh my God, like this shit's been here for 320 years, like spooky. So our instincts in episode 1 were correct. The spooky tunnel, like all the shit. But then also this scene with Abigail at the dock.
Yeah.
What did you think about this?
Scary. I didn't think the jump scare was so scary, but just like her visage in the shadows, she's definitely zombified. And she's definitely like, I'm coming with you. And
she keeps trying to invite herself on the boat with Sarah and the kids. And Sarah's like, no, we're full.
We're full. So sorry. And it's weird.
You can't come.
Yeah. It's weird that she's trying to get away. It's weird that she's a zombie now. We see the townsfolk like going to get Richard.
Yeah.
So it's just like, what's going on? Like, yeah.
Did you think, because I have seen stuff online and also had my suspicions after this episode, do you think that Abigail is the hag?
I don't.
No?
More hot takes for me.
Wow. Why not?
I think Sarah is the hag. I think Sarah is the hag based on the lore that we read a couple of episodes back about the hag originally being somebody's wife who gets married to them. I just didn't. Because she seemed like so haggy. Have we seen Sarah arrive safely? Also, when her nightgown was also giving hag. Those might be small things, but I think that Abigail might be too on the nose.
Okay, you're thinking Sarah is the hag. I could see that too, I guess. She does just drift away into the ocean and we don't know what happens with Sarah or those kids.
And the lore is that the wife like disappeared at sea.
At sea,
and like never arrived to wherever she was going. So I don't know. But yeah.
Okay. So while this dock scene is taking place, the posse led by Pastor Collins accuses Richard of devilry and they bury him alive. And Richard says before he gets buried alive, he's like, I don't know if he was just trying to scare the people into not burying him because he's trying to, survive, or if this is really true town lore. But Richard says that the town has to sacrifice a life to fulfill the pact, and then the plague will stop. And they're like, fuck you, we're not doing that. And they they bury him alive while Sarah and the children paddle away. We think to safety, question mark.
Yeah, to that boat, the boat that left without them.
Right. So, yeah, that's where we leave this episode. We end the Warrens' flashback and storyline with Richard being buried alive. Then we flash ahead to Wick and Patricia digging him up. And then we get another diabolical needle drop. This one is Brandy by Looking Glass. You're a fine girl. What a good wife you would be.
That's right. That's right.
And that's the end of this episode. So I'm just going through our notes to make sure we didn't miss anything. Oh, wait. Yes, we did. Okay. So there was some references this episode. I'd already mentioned one, which was the Robert Eggers. I always say that wrong. Robert Eggers' The Witch, of course. Just like the spooky colonial horror, which I love. I love like Northeastern folklore, very much my jam, naturally. Super creepy. And then there was another Evil Dead reference. We've got the noise in the tunnel, and then that POV shot where Sarah is in the tunnel. And we have that POV shot of her being like chased or followed by something. That's very, very Sam Raimi, very Evil Dead. This whole episode is kind of giving like Robert Eggers meets like Sam Raimi vibes for sure. Of course, you had mentioned Midnight Mass. What else did you notice about this episode?
Obviously a little hocus pocus. I think this is very Salem coded, very Plymouth Rock. What I liked about like how they subverted those kind of tropes is that Richard is like the witch. He's the evil magic wielding person as opposed to the female
women.
Character. Yeah. So I did like that.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah. And just going back to the end where he's pleading for stuff and saying, oh, you guys have to do XYZ. I think he's honest. I think he's being honest about the sacrifice.
I kind of believe him.
Yeah, I kind of believe him. Yeah.
Because how did they survive that first winter in the first place? Like, everyone keeps alluding to this, like, magical bargain or
something was done.
Yes.
And that saved us. But then I wonder how come it didn't is that what he was trying to do when he killed that older man? And like that was the sacrifice, but maybe he didn't sacrifice right. And like needs a redo.
Oh, maybe that's why he killed Ezra.
Yeah, right.
He was trying to like
get the sacrifice in.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
To stop the plague.
Right.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
I do believe him. I do actually believe that he was trying to help or that he is trying to help it in a very evil way. Like whatever
of course
curse or spell he's under, I think at the root of it is that same thing that was plaguing Tom at the end of episode 5 where he was desperate. And he's like, I'll do anything to save.
Oh, and he was on the mushrooms that
he was on the same mushrooms.
Wow.
That we see Richard Warren eating.
Yeah, wow.
During that winter flashback where he's starving.
Wow.
So I do think that he's telling the truth. And I think that whatever they think they're doing as far as like killing him or burying him, obviously it didn't work because we cut to 320 years later and
right, the town is still cursed. This makes me never want to do shrooms again. Ever again.
Right?
Never again.
No, dead ass. Like, I'm not trying to see hear anything from
no Harkonnens.
Like 300 years ago. Like, no Harkonnens. I'm not trying to make some accidental bargain with like the devil ? Whatever the fuck is going on.
I think I'm
like,
good.
I don't want to bargain with nothing about nothing. Like, I'm just trying to have a good time and see some pretty colors.
Facts.
Don't.
Like,
so scary. Just don't. So speaking of the bargain that Richard makes with the island, we think, what does this remind you of? Because I just like did a blurb on it, and I see that you put in a lot of research about this, which thank you. This is incredible. What do you think? It was to me this whole reference to their island history and how they didn't starve that first winter. It was kind of giving like Donner Party.
So it's not a 1-to-1 exactly, but they're both stories of colonialism and white people going to places that maybe they shouldn't fucking go to.
Yep.
So just a little background on the Donner Party. 87 Americans on the Oregon Trail from Illinois to California. And at that time, everybody knows, oh, this is the path you take. This is the easiest way to go. They were given the right information on what path to take, and the party decided, no,
we're not doing that.
We're taking the Hastings cutoff. We're going to loop around to the Sierra Nevada mountains. Like, go off, Queen. They were accidentally trapped there by an early winter and basically had to eat half the people there. Eventually rescued, but they had to eat half of people there because they couldn't mind their own business and were in a place where they shouldn't have been. So I'm kind of wondering if the people of Widows Bay also had to make a tough decision
during that first winter.
Exactly.
I believe so, because they mention it. Jerry mentions it. Somebody mentions it during the history lesson. They're like, oh yeah, the cannibalism.
The New York Times writer, because they've got that big newspaper.
Yes. The New York Times writer mentions the cannibalism, and,
great.
and Tom tries to brush it off. But no, the Widows Bay, they definitely ate each other.
Yeah, for sure.
They definitely ate each other.
Wow.
Which is why I was like, oh shit, the Donner Party.
Right. And maybe that's why people are sick. They might just have a plague, but like if you're eating folks, like it's not good for you.
Oh my God. Oh damn.
Yeah.
Because you do get really sick from eating people.
You sure do.
Oh
Don't
my
recommend.
God. Whoa. Okay. Damn. Wow. So are we going to have another flashback episode where we find out more about this curse? Are we like, where do you think we're headed for this next episode?
I have no idea. I hope there'll be more background lore. And even if it's not like these specific people, like maybe it's like 100 years back in time. Because,
okay.
Yeah, we're starting
to jump to like the 1800s or
exactly. Because we're starting to like match the artifacts in the museum with the past. So I hope that we get more reveals like that.
Right. Yeah.
The necklace. Right. Yes. And also, obviously, they're in a tunnel. The electric chair, torture chair is in a tunnel that's under. Yeah, the tunnel and underground lore of Widow's Bay is a whole separate thing. Like, it's a whole other thing.
And all that stuff is still there, which is creepy. Okay, so while we're on it, I did forget to mention last episode the book that Patricia is using to put the whole town under a spell. And I think they're a little bit related, so I forgot to ask you, Erin, where do you think that book came from?
Okay, so I don't think someone in the town donated it, obviously, because it was like a brand new workbook.
It's brand new.
It's brand fucking new, so question mark. I think that it might just be a manifestation of the island. That the island has the ability to spawn evil, like seemingly out of nowhere, and like leave little tokens, little things that encourage people like Patricia who are susceptible to like violence. I wrote in the notes because she is already the boogeyman. She's not. But might be highly...
You thought.
I thought. I was wrong. Easily influenced by, like, trickery, basically. And this, like, also, we go back to Stephen King, very much reminds me of the town of Derry. If you guys saw, especially if you saw Welcome to Derry.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet. I was too scared. And I know that there's clowns. I can't do it, babe.
All right. That's fine.
I can't do the clowns.
That's fine. But the townsfolk...
I said Pennywise who?
Oh, damn. He's my favorite.
He's so scary. What do you mean?
That's what makes it so good. He's like just a fool. He's a fool. Like there's times where he's so foolish that it's so funny. He's skipping at one point. Okay, so the townspeople in Derry are obviously ultra susceptible to the evil that Pennywise like spawns in the town. That's why people turn a blind eye to the bullying and just sinister things that happen. So I'm wondering if there's a little bit of that going on here in Widow's Bay, and especially with just the manifestations of putting something evil in front of you and waiting for that person to do something evil with it.
Ooh, okay. So you think it's the island itself that's like
I do
generating this evil.
Yeah. Because like maybe
I
it's not
to agree.
Maybe it's not powerful enough to manifest an entire like giant creature. Like it's not that type of thing. And when we look at the clown killing from episode 2, he was a person, an actual person.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we think like he came to Tom as
allegedly.
A person.
Right. So he was a person dressing as a clown and killing, and not like just a monster.
Right.
I don't know. Yeah.
Huh. Okay. I'm really curious about the like how that book specifically, like the
found its
evil,
way to her.
Like how it got to her, where it came from,
right,
and how it ties into like what's going on with the past, with Richard and all his bullshit, and how it, and what its effects are in the current present day timeline with Tom now and Patricia. Because you're right, something is definitely up with Patricia as far as like being susceptible to evil.
Yeah.
Tom and Patricia seem at this point in the story like the most vulnerable to like the island magic, you know what I mean?
And until last episode, I feel like we hadn't seen anything happen to anyone else in that way. Like it's things are happening to them, but Patricia was in it. But since Tom heard the Harkonnen bit, like is that them talking to him? Like as a conduit for something?
Is the island talking to him?
Yeah.
I'm so curious.
Because do they need to kill someone else? Is that like, you know what I mean? Is another sacrifice needed because it's that time?
Well, Patricia was trying to sacrifice like the whole fucking town.
Very good. Yeah, right.
Into the ocean. Not on purpose.
Not on purpose, but the book told her.
The book told her to make
Yeah, wow, shitballs. Okay.
Oh, damn.
I see.
Okay. Ooh, this is fascinating.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Thank you for taking a detour back to episode 4 with me. I forgot to bring that up during our episode because I was so focused on the party and all that stuff. But I just feel like I don't want to lose track of the book and all the other like spooky items that we've encountered so far in this show that are related to the island. It also, I can't find in my notes where I put this, but it also is reminding me of Lost. So because this is a special flashback episode and nothing really relates on Atlanta or Parks and Rec to this particular episode, I'm going to pivot. So for our history, I have 2 or 3 episodes of Lost that I think really, really pair well with the lore of Widow's Bay and certain characters on Widow's Bay. So for those of you who haven't seen Lost, I'm not going to spoil anything too crazy. There's just an entity, a spirit, a force, a presence on the island, very similar to Widow's Bay in that regard. And throughout the first couple of seasons, we think it's just like this unseen, unknown thing, but it turns out it's an actual person, and his name is Jacob. So Jacob is like, he's like the island protector, and he's also immortal. So I think this is related to what's happening on Widow's Bay. So I'm going to recommend a couple of Lost episodes that center around Jacob and his like magical mystery that he performs on the island, and you just get a lot of good, like really great flashbacks of like the magic of the island through the Jacob character. And then I'm going to find the Richard episode as well, that also I think gives you like a really great flashback to like 400 years before the plane crash and everything that takes place in the modern storyline of Lost. So I'm going to go with the incident parts 1 and 2. These are this is season 5, episode 16. I believe this is the finale to season 5, actually. And this is where we get flashbacks of all of the main characters, basically, and how they are connected to this magical, mysterious being called Jacob. And this one is divisive amongst Lost fans. I like it because it's a very revealing flashback that gets a lot of island lore, a lot of mysteries of the island were solved through this episode, but it also did introduce a lot of new questions really late in the season, really late in the series. So people were kind of pissed about that. They're like, why are we just now learning about this? We have like 10 episodes left. Don't play with us. So
and see, that's my point.
I understand, Erin. I understand.
I'm sorry.
I get it. You're impatient.
That's true. That's true. I was like, wrap it up.
That's so funny. So there's another season 6 episode. This is season 6, episode 15. Yeah, so this is right at the end of Lost.
And by the way, fans.
Oh, by the way, here's like a 45-minute long flashback episode.
That's funny.
Centered around the Jacob character. This is called Across the Sea. Season 6, episode 15. This is about the history of the relationship between Jacob and the mysterious man in black, which is another island entity that we encounter throughout the series, who is responsible for a lot of the darkness on the island and the danger that a lot of these people end up in. I'm a Lost defender anyway, but I'm also an Across the Sea defender. It's like a 1-to-1 to this episode of Widow's Bay. It's several hundred years ago, a flashback, and like how these people came to be the like spiritual entities that we see in the present day mystery of the island. So I'm recommending Across the Sea. I don't care. And another Lost season 6 episode with a giant flashback sequence centered around a main character on the island. I don't want to spoil too much in case you haven't seen it, so I'm choosing my words delicately. This episode is season 6, episode 9. It's called Ab Eterno, and this goes back to the 1800s and centers around a character and how he got to the island. That is all I'll say about that one. But this is a fantastic episode, and this is like an actual romantic episode of Lost that centers around like a couple and the Canary Islands and all this. I don't want to ruin it. I think that these 3 or 4 episodes combined together tell like a really interesting story arc of like hundreds and hundreds of years of history of the island that the modern day characters are all trapped on Lost. So I'm switching it up this week. I don't have any relevant Atlanta or Parks and Rec episodes that really make sense for this one, but I was definitely thinking a lot about Lost this episode. So that's what I got for you.
Yay, Lost.
Erin hates it, but it's okay.
It's fine.
She said Lost is fine.
It's fine. Kita, what are your predictions for the next episode?
That's a good question. I think, well, I'm still thinking we might get a Lauren flashback. I don't know. I feel like we might still get a Lauren flashback perhaps and figure out what happened with her childbirth and her and Tom. If we don't get another flashback, I'm guessing it's going to be something to do with the necklace or the body. As far as we know, they're digging up Richard's body,
right? And
they're trying to get that necklace, that charm that Sarah was writing about in the diary. They're trying to get it off his chest. Yeah. So I'm assuming we're going to go back to the future and start with the necklace. But if we don't, I'm thinking maybe we learn more about Tom's wife, Lauren, and see what happened there. Or we could also maybe get an Evan episode. I hope not, but
oh yeah, even I hope not.
Maybe we get a full Evan episode.
I don't know. Evan. I would like a full Tom, like a full Tom pre all of this, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, a baby Tom episode?
Yeah.
What if we get an episode of Tom when he was a kid?
That's what I was just going to say. And, like, actually, that would be great if we had flashbacks of his summers with his dad on the island.
Right.
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah.
Yeah, like him and young Wick.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I would like that. So, yeah, that's where I'm hoping the show goes for the next episode.
Wick was even old then, which is hilarious. Right. Like,
been old.
Yeah. That's so funny.
That's where I'm hoping we go for the next few episodes. So that is episode 6, Our History. If you want to reach out, you can email us at postfilmclaritypod@gmail.com. You can follow us on socials. That is TikTok, Instagram, and we're also on YouTube at postfilmclaritypod. Our episodes are closed captioned on our YouTube channel. These are video episodes if you are on Spotify or YouTube. If you're on Apple, these are audio only for the time being. I don't know when they're going to support video episodes for Spotify creators, but that's where we're at now. I did finally figure out why my episodes aren't video on Apple. It's because I host on Spotify. So, again, Apple making everything fucking difficult for no reason. We're hoping soon that they will be allowing Spotify creators that have a Spotify platform to post video onto Apple as well. So hang in there, or don't. Switch over to YouTube or Spotify if you want to. We are also on Letterboxd. I know we're not covering movies, but our Letterboxd account is always up. We have recommendation lists from every movie we've covered on this feed, which is like 50 or so movies at this point. Follow us on Letterboxd at postfilmclarity. So join us next week for episode 7, which is titled Seasickness. And thank you for listening.